Hey folks, Angelo Spinazzola here from Rivernest Wilderness Cabins on Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, Canada. I have the outdoor pizza oven on site at Rivernest here, and lots of people are using it, and lots of people want to know how to use it. So I figured I'd do a little tutorial and teach you how to light the oven, what ingredients to have, how to cook the oven, how to clean the oven, and how to cook your pizzas and how to share your pizzas. So I'm going to do a step-by-step. This is step one, lighting the oven. So what I did here, I've got nice dry wood. I've got maple wood cut into small chunks. So I use maple and I use birch. I also have some birch here, okay? That's really good wood to burn. The maple is the best and it burns the hottest. Come on in. Let's set this fire up right here. Have a look. The logs are in there in a little bit of a teepee form, and I've got some birch bark inside there. And I just give it a little spark, and hopefully we're going to have a fire. Now I put the fire fairly close to the mouth of the oven because I can't reach that far in the back of the oven because it's a deep oven. So usually you light the fire right at the front. You could even light it right here if you wanted to, and then push it back once it's going after about 20 minutes. I'll let that thing go for a good 20 minutes. I'll get back to you, and then we'll go with the next step, okay? Thanks for watching. This is part two, which for the pizza firing, this is the ingredients we're going to talk about now, okay? It's key to have really good ingredients, really good cheeses, really good sauces, even homemade sauces if you can. Really good dough. It's nice to have dough, and you can source dough easily or make it yourself. And ingredients as in what we have here. Now take a look and see what we have. I'm not going to label it all, but I'll tell you some of our favorite ingredients are here. One of our signature pizzas is pesto. So we put pesto down, then we put pears, and then we put Boursin's cheese, this Boursin's cheese, and then little drizzle of olive oil, and kaboom. At the end of it, we put on prosciutto on the top of it. We don't put the prosciutto in the oven because it'll burn. We put it on at the very end, and that's one of our signature pizzas. So cheese is really important to have good cheese. This is fresh mozzarella from Ciro's. He's got a shop, I believe it's in Halifax. It's in Hants, actually. Hants, Nova Scotia. And we're going to be cooking with this tonight. So this will be on our margarita, which is the one Danielle likes the best. So we went and bought this, and it's going to be really, really good. So we'll be showing you that later tonight. Okay? So, yeah, fresh basil, pepperoni. We've got 3 or 4 different types of cheeses. Very important to have good flour on site at all times because your pizza will always stick to the peel if you don't, and you're trying to throw your pizza in the oven. I have done this many times where all the ingredients fired off into the oven, into the fire, and I've got a piece of dough stuck to my peel. Pretty embarrassing, so I don't do that anymore. I use a lot of flour. Sauces, homemade red sauce that we made, that's delicious with Roma tomatoes, olive oil, some oregano, some thyme, salt and pepper, and kaboom, we have a nice sauce that we use, okay? We also have the pesto. This is amazing. I love cooking with pesto. It's one of my favorite things. We mixed up some garlic infused olive oil, so pure virgin olive oil, with the garlic infusion, salt and pepper and thyme and oregano in this one. And then we give that a shot on the top of the pizza, sometimes after the pizza's coming out, and sometimes even before. We just put it on. The first thing we put on is this. It's really good, really tasty. Salt and pepper, some chilies, and kaboom. There you go, okay? This is what we use. So we're going to cancel it up here. We're going to call her done. Angelo's finished his spiel on the ingredients, and we're going to go on to the next phase. This is part 3 of our video, and this one here is on the tools. What are you going to need to have equipment that you're going to need to make your pizzas? So have a look at this. 2 really nice cast iron pans. Really great. They're super cured, and I always put these in here. Right now I can even do it. Put my cast iron pan in. I can saute my vegetables. I do onions, I do peppers, I do sausages, I can do chicken, oh yeah, like I'm excited here. Just wanted to show you the sauteing process. So what we're doing now, since the fire's going really good, we're sauteing some veggies, They're beautiful. I mean, smell that. Can you smell it? I can. Anyway, and we've got that going on, then we've got some bacon going on here. So look at this. We're just making some bacon in there. Oh, that's so good. If you could smell that. Wow, this temperature gun. This is my key piece of equipment that tells me when the oven is ready. So what I do is I take the gun, I come up and I point the gun at the spot that I want the temperature, usually in the center of the oven, but right now I'll just point it here. Okay, so we got 355 degrees Fahrenheit. I just lit the oven a half an hour ago, so it's just warming up. We want to get it up between 575 and 6 1/4 usually is where I like it. I find anything over that, I start to burn pizzas really fast. And if I'm doing the ingredients over here and running over here and trying to throw the pizza in, I don't want them to cook uber fast. So, you know, still keep it around that temperature. Also, when the pizzas come out, we put them on these trays. These are all here on site, and you can put them on the trays, and you can basically cut them. The cutter's here too. Slip, make it in 8 pieces or whatever. We've also got these wooden peels. So if I do a pizza, we usually make the pizzas, we can make the pizza on the peel. And so you put flour on here, key, flour on here, okay? I've seen so many people's pizzas stick, it's not funny. And they'd throw them in, the ingredients would go flop into the fire, and they would be left with a piece of dough stuck on their peel and no ingredients. Really embarrassing if you're trying to show off, like I do all the time. Okay, so, no, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, grater for the cheese. You want to grate your cheese. This is a good thing to have, and we also have a grater over here. I want to bring you over here for a second. This is great because you can just scoop your sauce and then put it on your dough really quick. I love this little ladle. Also, we have a couple of sharp knives here. Also, really a good idea. A paring knife and a nice chopping knife, okay? So that's what we have for ingredients. I don't think there's anything I forgot except, or sorry, not ingredients, tools. This is important. You want to clean the floor before you throw your pizza. So what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to put a piece of wood, might as well go into this now, on the front here like this. We're going to grab this little shovel, we're going to take it, and we're going to push that fire back into the center of the oven. I'm not going to do it, I'll do it now, what the hey. It's probably not ready, but see, I'm pushing it back right into the center of the oven, and that's the perfect spot to be right there. Then I'll try to get this guy out if I can. I'll take this log out, and kaboom. Fire's in the center of the oven. That's exactly where you want it. It's going really good now. One of the things I look for in the fire is, you can see up around the top of the top there, it's all black. Like you can see in the corners over there, it's black, and on the bottom, it's gray. See that little bit there? You want the entire oven to be gray on the inside, and that is when it's at its optimum temperature. So that's what I'm waiting for to happen. So if you don't have the gun, if you don't have this gun, I can tell by the look of that oven inside, if it's all gray, what temperature it's at. And it's usually around 700 at that point, which is super hot. So I have to let it cool before I make my pizzas. But that's just an insider tip. So yeah, we're going to get back to you with part 4. Pushing the fire back, setting the fire, and then cooking. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey folks, Angelo here, River Nest Cabins. We're on part 4 of our series here on how to use the pizza oven. Right now we got the fire cooking along really nice, but I'm going to push the fire back, and I'm going to use this crappy old peel here, the one with the black handle, friends, not my good one, okay? So I'm going to push the fire back right now. Just have a little boo at this. Just shove it back. Oh yeah! And I mean, some people would just not like the way I'm doing this, really, but some people maybe would. So there you go. I pushed the fire back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a glove on my hand. I'm going to get this brush. I'm going to take this piece of wood out of here, which I'm warming up to throw on at the end, just so that the fire will lick the top and then lick the top of your pizza. Okay, then I go, kaja boom, like that. Okay, whoops. Look at that. And then I give it a little whoo, whoo. Okay, back off, because once I got ash in my eyes, it was very painful. Okay, so there you go. Now, we're wondering what the temperature of the pizza oven is. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot at the middle. Take a guess, somebody. Take a guess, somebody. Anybody?
625.
625. Jenny?
643.
643, there it is. 770 degrees inside that pizza oven. Okay? So we want to get that pizza oven down to about 625, 650, 625 preferably. So we're going to wait till the temperature drops. We're going to start building our pizzas over here. And then we're going to throw them in the oven, and that's coming up next in part 5. Angelo here at Rivernest Wilderness Cabins. We're on part 5. We just pushed the fire back, as you know. Now we want to check the temperature of the oven. Okay, we're shooting for around 650 at the most. Let's have a look.
The color's white.
668. That is beautiful, because that gives me enough time to creep over here and then fire up a pizza and bring it back and then throw it in the oven, and it'll cool down by then. So let's go. Come on over. Remember what I told you about flour? Chuck it on the... Put it on. Don't be afraid of flour. Then you take your dough. We get our dough here. Oh, it's so doughy. So perfect. You take it and you just make it. You take it and you just make it, you spin it around, you put it on, and you do this. This is what I do anyway. I mean, whatever. You know? And then you just
You're
push
Italian. You can do what you want.
Who said that? Okay, let's keep going. So you get the dough going. Yeah, right. You take it. Now what I do is I use my knuckles. I put it on my knuckles and I roll it around, okay? Just this around and around she goes. And when it stops, nobody knows, but it's stopping now. So here you go. Boom, boom, there's that. Now, she wants a little red sauce, she said, but only a little. She's very precise about that. Just a little, that little. I put a little more, she doesn't see me. And then I use my hands. I know people don't like that, but I do. And it's, you know, it's my thing, I guess, you know. So anyway, here it is. So here we go. So we got the red sauce on there. I just give it a little wash here and then back at her. So she said, I want tomatoes. I give you tomatoes. She said, I want basil. I'll give you basil. Beautiful. And the key ingredient is mozzarella. So mozzarella from Ciro in, where is he from? Hants. Yeah, in Nova Scotia. So we'll take the mozz and we'll just dunk it on here. And she loves this pizza so much that if I make this pizza for her, I bet you it's going to be an excellent night. So we'll just drop it on. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, that's it. So I'm ready. I'm going to fire it in the oven, and hopefully she likes it. So here we go. Flour. I like to do it this way. And I just like to walk up to the oven. Check it out. That is super beautiful. I'm going to chuck it in the oven now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
thanks for the pizza.
oh, on the lips.